Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I hope my voice is clearly audible and I am visible to you. Okay. Now, what did we do last time? 100 dresses part 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm sure you know where we are and I want everyone's camera to be turned on. Quick. Sneha, Pranjwal, Tia, Parth, Daria, Kashwini, Tanisha, come on, hurry up. Okay. So far the story, as we know that we have this girl called Wenda Petronsky, and she has been mentally harassed by Peggy and Maddie. We don't agree to Maddie if she harasses her or not, but somehow she is a part of the teasing, right? Because she is very much there. Okay, so when you don't speak for anything which is wrong against something, you are equally a part of being doing something wrong to others. Okay, so far the story goes like this. What was the last paragraph? Can you read it again, Bansi, aloud?
If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop and fun with Wanda. Oh well, Mary ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? Slowly, Mary tore it to bits the note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong.
Okay, so somehow we know that it's the inner struggle for Maddie whether to stop, Peggy in doing so or not. But in the process of the same, she is confused because somehow she feels that the tables may turn towards her, okay, and she might be subjected to teasing, okay. So what does she do? Okay, she is probably not able to tell Peggy on her face that what's wrong with her actually. But then she decides to write. But then, she tears away the paper into bits and pieces and throws it away. And so, unless now the fact is that unless Peggy herself stops teasing Venda Petronsky, then only the teasing will be stopped. There is no one else in this world who could stop Peggy from teasing Venda Petronsky. Please go ahead.
As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Robin sides and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Mary remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings, and she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with red sash. You look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in the pretended admiration.
Yes, so that's what the basic conversation goes. The only time, because people also had very rare, coordination or kind of communication with Venda Petronsky, because she was a kind of girl where she did not involve herself into communicating with anyone or everyone, because maybe she had her own comfort zone and she couldn't get out of that. Okay, continue.
Thinking about Wanda and 100 dresses all lying up in the closet, Mary began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys, of designing motorboats.
Yes, so of course. So now we were up with the competition. We know that there was this drawing sketch competition which was going to be there. And, the moment Venda thought about, the 100 dresses that, sorry, Maddie thought about the 100 dresses that Venda Petronsky talked about. And there also came this competition in her mind, and she was guessing that who would, definitely be winning this game, because for boys, what kind of game was it? Motorboating, designing a motorboat, and for girls it was sketching. Okay, sketching what? Dresses. Okay, so for both boys and girls the competition were different. Continue.
Probably tattoo would make the girls medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room.
Yeah, see, one more characteristic trait besides having curly hair, besides being pretty, and what was the another characteristic that she was known for? She was pretty, she had curly hairs, and the third thing, remember it? Yes. No, 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 no. She had beautiful dresses to wear. And now she was also very good in sketching. So people thought that there is no one else who stand an equal chance to win right in front of Peggy. Okay, continue.
At least then everybody thought. She could copy a picture in a magazine or some film star's hand so that you could almost tell who it was.
Yeah, so the way she used to sketch, maybe that can be any kind of film star personality or kind of magazine personality. But the way she was, sketching, you could literally say that whose sketch it was actually. It was that perfect. Okay. So you can very well imagine the kind of perfection that Peggy was gifted with in terms of sketching. Continue.
Oh, Mary was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they knew.
Yes, so probably as far as the best friend is concerned, like Maddie, she was sure that Peggy is definitely going to stand a chance to win because tomorrow, the next day, the teacher was definitely going to announce the names of the winners. Continue.
The next day it was drizzling. Mary and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they didn't wait for Wanda, but on the corner of Oliver's street, the street that far away under the railroad tracks and up the hill led to Bobby's house.
Yes, so now we know that it was the next day and probably it was drizzling. The day when the winners of the competitions were going to be announced. But somehow we are also given the glimpse of the Boggins sites or the way which leads to the Boggins heights. Probably we know what kind of ambience or what kind of place does Venda Petronsky come from. And as a reader, it is very much necessary to know the background of Venda Petronsky because the next paragraph is definitely going to offer you which you are going to get shocked. Continue.
Anyway, they weren't taking chances to being late today because today was important.
Yes, because now today they cannot afford to wait for Venda Petronsky and to tease her because today was a big day. Why big day? Because the winners were going to be announced, and of course Peggy and Maddie, they could not afford this to get late. What if the announcement is done for the winners and if one of them, and hopefully Peggy is the winner, probably Peggy may miss the chance to be present very much there when the name is announced. Okay, so they were not ready to be late. Continue.
Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, stay ready. Of course, we will bring back.
Yes, तो अब होता है ना best friend होता है तो we know that best friends are there for some reasons. So Peggy is asking कि यार लगता है तुम्हें कि आज मिस मैसन मेरा नाम अनाउंस करेगी विनिंग में? अरे तू टेंशन मत ले, तेरा ही नाम अनाउंस होने वाला मुझे पता है, तू ही जीतेगी. So that's the role of Maddie. You can very well imagine, right? So being a best, see, even if you know the reality, what is there that you have to support your best? Okay, by hook or by crook. Please continue.
Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped, start, and danced. There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and windowsill, dazzling colors and brilliant, lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of fabric.
Yes, so the moment they enter the class, what they could all see is the number of pictures and all with dazzling colors, and they were beautifully, designed and they looked marvelous. Okay, and they were wondering who these pictures belong to. Continue.
There must have been 100 of them, all
Yes,
lined up.
and the way it looked like, there must have been 100 of them. Continue.
These were the drawings for the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly.
Yes, so it looks like if you have ever been to any kind of museum, and when you loiter around to look at the pictures, oh, you appreciate the picture. Oh, God, what an outstanding picture it is! Amazing, amazing crafting work done. What kind of fine edges it has been given. The moment you loiter to the different pictures and you pass your comment. Okay, so it was a typical session where the students had to see the works. Okay, and every picture they passed on, and the kind of very beautiful comment was passed. It looked like almost there were hundreds in number. Continue.
As soon as the classes assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Michaels had won for the boys.
Yes, who was the winner from the boys category? It was
Jack
yeah,
Pickles.
it is. समझ गया ना? Then who was the winner? Let us say from the girls category. Yeah.
And his design for an outboard motor was on exhibition in the room 12 along with the sketches by all the other boys.
Yes. So देखो, they have described boys category because उनको बताना चाहिए था. However, entire two chapters, are centralizing the lead roles as the female children here. Okay, but ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि हम सिर्फ गर्ल्स की कंपटीशन के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. बॉयज ने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया था. उसमें से ये जैक नामक लड़का जीता है. ठीक है, उसका जो विनिंग कंपटीशन का जो स्केच है वहीं पे पड़ा है. बाकी सब विनर्स के, बाकी सब पार्टिसिपेंट्स के रूम नंबर 12 में देखना तो देख लेना. ऑलराइट, दैट्स व्हाट indirectly they want to say. Continue.
As for the girls, he said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most one girl, and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs.
Yes,
All
usually you see that as an individual category wise, any girl might have submitted either one or two sketches, but there was this room number 13 which had number of sketches, and there were almost 100 sketches in a row, and that too by one single girl. Continue.
In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize.
Yes, of those all 100 sketches, or of all those single or two pictures which have been sketched by the other girls, according to the judges, only one or two have been categorized as the winning category sketches. Continue.
I'm very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls.
Yes, who won the competition from the girls category? It was Wanda Petronsky, who took away the charm of the competition. Now Peggy is no more in the picture because she has not won the competition. Who has taken away the competition? Wanda Petronsky for her 100 sketches. Continue.
Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not there to receive the applause that is due to her.
Yes.
Let us hope she will be back tomorrow.
Yes, unfortunately, she is not amongst us because she is absent. Okay, since couple of days she is found absent. But you see, the winner's name has been declared and she's not there. That particular day. How many of you know Eminem? Eminem is the king of rap music, So when he won his Grammy Award is such a reputed award, in music industry. So when he won a Grammy Award, he was found, watching a cartoon with his 9-year-old daughter at home because he was least interested in, attending this award function. You see the kind of man he was. I mean, Grammy Award जीता था, लेकिन वो गया नहीं, वो अपनी बेटी के साथ कार्टून नेटवर्क देख रहा. See, that's the beauty of the big people, the kind of work they contribute. The least interested about the outcome, because we know the fan like us, it is his real earning, right? For all lifelong, the expectation of an artist is that his people remember him or her. That's the thing that he earns beyond money in his or her life. And he is a par excellent, artist. How many of you have heard him rapping? Have you heard him rapping? He's a king of rap. Okay, and Honey Singh is a king of crap. Just joking, okay? Everyone is contributing in some or the other way. But then, if any role model is to be there for any of the, upcoming Bollywood industry rapper, Eminem should be the god. Like how in cricket, Sachin Tendulkar is the god of cricket. Eminem is the god of rap. Okay, God of Rap भी एक album है उसका. अपना तो सुना नहीं होगा ना, तो बहुत छोटे थे हम, तो उसको सुन के बड़े हुए. Amazing rap, still raps, but his speed is amazing, man. In 1 minute is maybe around 130, 140, 150 words. The way he raps, amazing. Speed is amazing. This is just a random number. Statistics ऊपर नीचे हो सकते हैं, लेकिन ज़्यादा है. Rap में, you don't have to take breathe and you have to, constantly rap with rhythm and everything. Rhymes and everything should match. Okay? There is a science behind rapping. You don't know. And people say, I can rap, but you don't know. आपकी कोई स्कूल की नर्सरी राइम नहीं है जो गानी है. Okay, it's a rap, and it definitely has compositions. It definitely has, certain things to take care. Okay, continue, please.
Now, class, you may file around the room quietly and look at your exquisite drawings.
Yes, so now the instruction which came from the side of Miss Mason was that now, since the winners have been announced, dear students, you can roam around the class and kindly have a look on the sketches. The participant sketches now. Continue.
The children burst into applause. Even the boys were glad to have a chance to step on the floor with their fingers in the mouth and whistle, though they were not interested in that.
हाँ, अब उनको तो क्या पेंटिंग में बॉयज को इंटरेस्ट होगा, फिर भी उनको बोला था तब घूमना पड़ता है, देख लेते हैं, ठीक है. वैसे ना बॉयज लोग ऐसे हाथ करके देखते हैं क्या and making fun of the picture, that's how it goes, right? So, but still, boys were least interested. But then anyway, for them it was mocking, so they were whistling around. करके, ठीक है ना? Continue.
Looks back, whispered Maddie. There's that blue one she told us about. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here's the green one. And I thought I would draw.
Yes. Can you repeat the sentence, please?
Yes, said Peggy. And there's that green one. And I thought I could draw.
Yes. So now, Maddie's intention were to drag the attention of Peggy towards the different works that have been executed by Wenda Petronsky. So she was asking Peggy to look around the sketches and especially look around the green one. And Peggy said, and I thought that I could win. Continue. It was a reality check, you see. Continue. Completed? Chapter finished? All right. So you know that chapter 1 ends with the victory of Wenda Petronsky. Now you have some couple of questions in the chapter. Dear students, those who have turned off their cameras, kindly turn it on. Okay. And how many questions are there? Can you tell me? Can you count and tell me how many questions are there? 10 questions. Can you write them in your notebook, please? Hurry up right now and leave 2-3 lines after each question. We'll discuss and then answer it. Yeah, right now. Chalo, quick. What are they doing in your school?
Sir, the ball poem.
The
Ball poem completed, grammar is going on.
What are they doing in grammar?
Today modals was done.
Modals. Okay. Fine. So quickly write down these questions in your notebook by leaving 2-3 lines each. And then we'll be discussing and then you will be writing these answers in your notebook right now, right in front of me. Hurry up. Give today's date and then write it with neat and clean handwriting. Yeah. Very good. You have it, right? So can you give her pin page? Yes. Then you can stick that page in your notebook. Inside the chapters. Can you show me? Oral comprehension check, yes. Okay. No, you don't have to write in pin page, Kashwini. It is for those who don't have book. But at home, you already have a book, right? It is for those who are here and they don't have book. I hope I'm making it clear. Let me know once you are done writing this. It's okay, Kashwin. It's okay. Don't need to be sorry. That's fine. Once you're done writing these questions, let me know. We'll be discussing the answers.
Done, sir.
Completed, dear students? Hurry up, let me know. So, which is the first question? Can you read out loud what is the first question?
Where in the classroom do you want to sit and why?
Where in the classroom Venda sits and why? Who would like to answer this question? Yes, what's your good name? Kavya. Yes, Kavya, aloud, okay?
When I used to sit next to the last row in the room study. She used to sit at the last not because she was rough and noisy, but she used to come from the walking side.
Yes, she used to come from the Boggins Heights and she used to sit somewhere in the extreme left corner, last row. Okay, so that's how you're going to frame your answer. Which is the next question? I cannot hear you, whoever is saying. Who is it?
Sir, can you repeat the answer?
Can you repeat the answer?
When I used to sit next to the last seat in the last row in 30. She used to sit at the last not because she was rough and noisy, but she used to come from
Boggins height. All right, so that's how the answer is. I hope you heard that, right?
सर उसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
लाओ, उसकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. She used to sit in room number 13. Okay, she used to sit next to the last seat in the last row in room number 13. She was sitting at last, not because she was rough and noisy, but because she used to come from Boggins height and her feet usually were mixed up with the mud. That's why she preferred sitting at the last bench. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Which is the next question?
where does Wanda live? What kind of a place do you think it is?
Where does Wenda live? She lives in Boggins height. And what kind of place is it? Yes, but is it given in the this thing? No, right? Okay, fine. But see, as far as the description of Boggin's height is concerned, somewhere we know that of course it is socially backward class, but it is not a kind of area which is just like the other developed areas of the particular city, but kind of backward area, and it is of course the populated area, and most of the times it gets into the mud. Okay, so that kind of, see, you have to write only one or two sentences for the second part of the question. This kind of questions usually are for 2 marks. Okay, next.
When and why do Peggy and Maggie notice one another?
When and why do, what is it?
Peggy and Maggie
Peggy and Maddie notice the absence of Wenda. Anyone from the online would like to answer this question? Turn on your
Sir, same
camera.
answer.
Why are you hiding behind the icons? Huh? What makes you turn off your camera? It's Hetav. Come on. Sneha. Jainam Shah. Hurry up. Pranjwal Bakshi. Anisha. Parth Patel. Dia. Turn on your cameras. Come on. Yes, Devanshi. Come on. Answer me
Can I
this.
try?
Who is it?
Sir Sneha.
Yes, Sneha. Please answer aloud.
Peggy and Mary noticed Vanda's absence because she made them late to the school. They had waited for Vendra to have some fun with her.
Yes. In order to tease her, in order to make her fun. And when they actually got late and when the Petrovsky didn't turn up, that's where they realized probably, they have already gone late, and they actually, missed Vanda Petrovsky, not because she was not there, but because she made them late in the class. All right. What do you think to have fun with her means? No, I think this is a very general answer, which you can answer it in your own language. What is it? What do you think to have fun with her means? To make fun of someone, to tease one, and also to pull their leg. Okay, making fun or mocking someone in such a way that they feel offensive or insulting. So you can elaborate your answers like this.
the third one, which you had discussed, I have written somewhat this. I have written that Peggy and Mary noticed Vanda's absence on Wednesday, as the people who had got good marks used to sit down at the front and who didn't track would sit at the last with the whole lot of mud. And there, Peggy did not find Vanda, so which is how they found the Vanda's absence.
On Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with the other children who got good marks, didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wenda wasn't there. Yes, that is also fair enough. But it's the second time, right? Okay, the one that rewrote answer is the second time when they were actually waiting for Wenda Petronsky, and that's where they got late, right? But this is on a day before or probably 2 days back on Wednesday when the good marks people have turned up and they couldn't notice the mud around. Okay, that's where they felt that this girl from Boggin's side has not turned up. Yes, that's right. Okay. Sorry, you can modify your answer accordingly, right?
The last message is properly given that Peggy and Maggie noticed one another.
See, the reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wenda's absence was because Wenda had made them late. That, see, you can write two reasons. Because this kind of answer is kind of a question is kind of confusing. So, without being having any kind of second option, you can write both of them, okay? And they will make it right. It's their choice, whichever they want to choose. Okay, we'll write both the answers. Okay. Yes, I think to have fun with her, I've already answered the question, and you know what to write in this, right? Regardless, even if I tell or not. Then we have another. In what way was Wanda different from the other children? She had an unusual name. Okay, then she was not fond of talking. with others in the class. Then, yes, that's how, that makes her different than the others. Any other reason specifically? Yes, there is also one such reason. No other person, no other student in the class came from the Boggin side. So I think you have 4 reasons, 2 marks. Yeah, fair enough. Any other point, online students, you would like to prefer, beta?
Only
No,
there's
sir.
one type of
I cannot hear you, Sneha.
she always wear only one dress, like light
Yeah,
blue color
I
dress.
think one of the students here spoke the same reason. Okay, she wore the same dresses, right? Great. Okay. Next question is, did Wenda have 100 dresses? Why do you think she said she did? I think this you can answer it very well. Okay, when she said that, she had 100 dresses, she actually didn't have, the 100 dresses, but then she had the what? Design and sketch of 100 different colored and, different fashioned dresses all lined up in her wardrobe. Okay, that's what she said, but actually we don't agree to this, right? She actually didn't have 100 dresses, but in fact she had the designs, okay, and sketches of those 100 dresses. Why do you think she said she did? Because probably she was talking about those sketches, but the students around or the people who were mocking her thought that she's actually talking about those physical dresses. Okay, so this is the answer. Yeah. No, not really. She's not that kind of girl, I guess. Okay, because she answered by winning the competition. See the savage? She didn't speak a single word. She won the competition and let everyone shut their mouth automatically, right? Then why is Maddie embarrassed by the question Peggy asks Wenda? Is she also like Wenda or is she different? I think we discussed this matter very much in detail yesterday. Somehow Maddie tries to compare herself with Maddie tries to compare herself with Venda Petronsky. But the only difference probably is that first, she doesn't come from Boggin's side. Second, she doesn't tell everyone that she has 100 dresses. And that's what makes other not tease her. Okay. Yes, definitely she does feel embarrassed. Many a times we come to know that, there are times where Maddie actually wants to shut the mouth of Peggy, but she couldn't, right? So is she also like Wenda or is she different? I think you know this answer. She is not actually like Wenda, but she's definitely poor because she wears the dresses or second-hand dresses usually, added or something by her mother into the what should I say, the weaving or sewing of the dress. You have to mold it accordingly. Okay. Yes, she didn't have as funny, no, not as even funny. She didn't have funny name as Vanda Petronsky because, of course, Vanda Petronsky was a Polish girl. Okay. Yes. Then we have, why didn't Maddie ask Peggy to stop teasing? What was she afraid of? Who would like to answer this? Would you like to answer this? Yes, Peggy would start, making fun of Maddie. The table may turn automatically towards her. Okay, so she was afraid because she didn't want herself to be made fun of right in front of Peggy and the other students in a group. Okay, what was she afraid of? She didn't want to be
Also,
teased.
she didn't want to lose Eddie's friendship, Peggy friendship.
I couldn't hear you. Your voice is cracking here. Sneha, can you repeat?
So she didn't want to lose the friendship of Peggy as she was one of the popular girl in the school.
Yes, and she was, of course, the best friend. Me, you cannot say she was popular. That's why she was best friend, or she was best friend because she was popular. She was popular. That's why she was best friend. She was best friend. That's why she was popular. You don't know that, but there is some cycle which keeps on moving. Both are interlinked with each other. All right, Sneha, you got a point. Very good. Next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who did Maddie think would win the drawing contest? Of course, हमारी प्यारी दुलारी पैगी. ठीक है, मैडी के लिए तो प्यारी दुलारी है ना, उसकी बेस्ट फ्रेंड है, ठीक है. So she told me, और कोई नहीं जीतना चाहिए, पैगी जीतेगी. Why? Because the kind of sketches that Peggy was making, anyone could easily identify whose sketch it belonged to, whether it was from magazine or any of the film celebrity. Remember this answer we had? Understood? Who won the drawing contest? Of course, हमारे प्यारी दुलारी नहीं, लेकिन Venda Petronsky. What had the winner drawn? 100 differently designed, colored dresses, all lined up in the floor. Understood? Clear? Any doubts, online students? Any queries?
Sir.
Okay, great. I think एक ही student है, बाकी सब 11 तो सुस्त बैठे एकदम.
सर सुस्त
मतलब
नहीं
बैकग्राउंड में
बैठे.
नाश्ता चल रहा होगा, आई एम श्योर.
नहीं सर,
चवाना खा रहे होंगे, बिस्किट खा रहे होंगे.
कुछ
यस.
नहीं चल रहा.
हाँ, देखो अभी धैर्य ने कैमरा ऑन किया. अब धीरे धीरे बाकी सब लोग भी करेंगे कैमरा ऑन. देखो, अब सर ने बोला इसलिए कैमरा ऑन नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि सर ने बोला है. ओके, चलो धैर्य, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू. प्रांजल, आई एम आल्सो प्राउड ऑफ यू. स्नेहा, तो आपका तो कैमरा ऑन ही है. चलो कोई बात. ऑलराइट, सो आई थिंक एनी डाउट्स यू हैव इन पार्ट 1? Shall we start with part 2, or only 5 minutes are left? You want to thinking about the text? Yes. How is
Sir,
Venda
can you,
seen as different by the other
sir,
girls? How do you treat her? How do they treat her actually? Venda is different because she hails from a different, background. Okay, her name is quite different, and the kind of place that she lives in, okay, is kind of different than the ordinary place that the other students are fond of living. Okay, how do they treat her? They treat her as an object of making fun. Okay, there is no one out there who could literally appreciate Venda Petronsky. Out of them, Peggy and Maddie, they lead the task of making fun to Venda Petronsky. They are waiting for the moment where they can literally make fun of her. Either it can be during the break of the class, before the class, or after the class. Early in the morning before the class begins, they reach to school. Understood? How does Venda feel about the dresses game? How does she say that she has 100 dresses? Feel about the dresses game? I don't think so. There is any feeling that is described here as far as Vanda is concerned. But somehow, maybe she was already preparing for a kind of competition, which is described in the later part of the chapter. So probably when she said that she has 100 dresses all lined up in a closet. Okay, each even of course, what was that, silver or what? That material dress also she possesses. So somehow when she talked, yes, velvet. So when she said that she has 100 dresses, she actually meant that she was talking about the sketches. Okay, but these people, they understood in a different way, right? Why does she say that she has 100 dresses? Because they were designed and they were sketched exclusively by Venda Petronsky. Why does Maddie stand by and not do anything? How is she different from Peggy? Was Peggy's friendship important to Maddie? Why? Which lines the text tell you this? मैं सारे question Arnab Goswami जैसा लग रहा है. You know Arnab Goswami? Who is Arnab Goswami? How many of you know
sir,
Arnab?
news reporter.
Yes, one of the leading news channels, leading news reporter.
सर
When he
जिस पर
starts
बहुत सारे मीम्स
questioning,
बने.
yeah, there are, of course, we are not discussing the memes, but I'm, talking about him as a journalist. And, when he starts questioning, he doesn't wait for the answers. The purpose of asking question is to get the answer. That's how ideally the question answer round go, right or wrong? Ideally, between ordinary humans like you and if I ask you a question, you have to answer. But no, I will keep on asking question. The nation wants to know. Right. So, anyways, these are types of journalists we have. Okay, we are not criticizing anyone, but anyway, they have their different ways of asking questions to the politicians who get to their channels. Okay, but one of the famous and one of my favorites. Who doesn't allow anyone to speak? It's my channel. I will only speak. You have invited me. Let me speak. No, 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 no. You have to answer this. But you stop once. Let me answer. I will not stop, but you answer me, please. Nation wants to know that. Anyways, chalo. All right. So I think it was a good session today. And something really fruitful. We have done question answers. We'll discuss in our next class, which falls on Friday. Half of the lecture we are going to do part 2. And half of the second half we'll be doing the revision for your Sunday's exam. Okay. Chalo. I think Anshu member was taking her online classes, right? So I will talk to her. And besides, you have to write these answers in your notebook, what we have discussed. And also this one thinking about the text that will be your homework. Okay. In case if you don't
Yes.
understand any question, feel free. Next time you ask me and I will definitely tell you the answer. But so far you don't have any queries for part 1, right? Because if part 1 is clear, then only part 2 you will be able to understand. Okay. And these 2 chapters are one of the most important chapters. Okay. Of, your grade 10 syllabus. Okay. So thank you so much. Goodbye.
Hi, sir.